From the Sports Pub and Grill in Destrehan, Louisiana, welcome again to River Parish football. Hi again, everyone. Eric Ritchie, pleased to be joined by Hahnville head coach Nick Saltaformaggio. Coach, what a year it's been for you. Literally a 12-month run from a state championship at East Jeff to your first taste at River Parish football. Welcome to the show, and what's it been like for you here, getting a taste of River Parish football?
Oh, it's everything that people told me it would be, Eric. I'm gonna tell you. It's just been, first of all, people at Hahnville have been wonderful. Not just the school system, which obviously is great, A-rated school system again this year, but Hahnville High School, the kids in the school, the administration, the staff, the faculty have all been very welcoming. And then the community itself has been great. The crowds on Friday night in Tiger Stadium have been terrific. And our kids have responded. We're sitting 4-3. With 3, we think we have a shot at every one. We think we have a shot at every one to begin with, but we have 3 left to go, so we're excited.
Well, you have good reason to be, and for the next 30 minutes, we'll talk to Coach Saltaformaggio, talk about his 4-3 season that has been highly eventful. We'll look at highlights from around the River Parish, and we'll preview what is unbelievably already Week 8 here from the Destrehan Sports Pub and Grill. We've got half the neighborhood from our place here behind us as well. Coach, let's just start right off with it. What a way to start this season. You pick up the big win against Salmon to start off, a nice emphatic win, then back-to-back triple overtime games. You lose one to Rummel, you beat a very talented Walker Landry team, and then against Thibodaux, it comes down to a last-second field goal.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, it's great because it's always about preparing your program to be better than the next guy, which is the next opponent. And so we knew we were going to be in a buzzsaw. The schedule was set before I got the job, and it's like I tell the kid, you're going to have to play it no matter what. Whether you're healthy, whether you're not healthy, you're going to have to play the games. From an individual game standpoint, coaching in those games, it's really not as stressful as people would think it is because you play down by down by down by down. You coach down by down by down. So, to go to those triple overtimes, you're just playing extra downs. Now, the thing that does make it nervous is our kicking game, which has gotten infinitely better, was in its infancy because we were dealing with 2 14-year-old ninth graders.
Yes.
So we didn't want to have to put the game on their shoulders, but it's the way it worked out for us. But it's helped us now. It's prepared us for where we are today.
You've rebounded in a great way, and again, the win against East St. John we'll get into in just a bit. But in coaching, you do not get a cooling off period in high school football.
No.
Because right as soon as you shake hands with your respective rival, you got microphones right in your face. And at that point, you can only see it's a loss, Eric. It's a loss.
It's a loss. It's a loss. That's what it is, Eric. It's a loss.
But when you kind of step back away, can you find the good things that came out of those games?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's so difficult when it happens at that moment because you don't want your kids to ever think that losing's acceptable, and you never want them to believe that, well, it was a moral victory, because a moral victory is a loss. So you want to get that message across to them, but inside, you've seen some really, really good things happen. And I knew watching us play that, A, if we could get healthy, and B, if we could just keep getting better, if we could just worry about Hahnville, let's just get Hahnville better. I knew we were going to be a good football team.
We're about to show highlights from around the River Parish, and we'll start, of course, with your game against East St. John. But what a battle this was. And again, another taste of a River Parish versus River Parish game. You're losing to East St. John on their home field. I believe it was 21-10. You come back for a resounding 42-26 victory.
Right.
And a defensive, a scoop and score from Fred Brown, a pick 6 from Jai Knight. What was it like to turn that team around and come up with not only a win, but a resounding win, Coach?
Yeah, we told them after every score, hey, that's a big play. And obviously St. John has some very talented players. I mean, they have an Arizona commit, an LSU commit, a Tulane commit, a few other guys who are committed somewhere. And, I told them they're not driving the ball. And football really, it's a simple game at the bottom end. It's can you block better and can you tackle better? And that's what I kept telling them. Let's just block better, let's just tackle better, and things are going to work in our favor. And then we were able to get a big kickoff return from a ninth grader, Anthony Williams, that set us up at the 3-yard line. We went in and scored right before half. and made it a 5-point game. I'm sorry, at halftime it was 26-21, and our kids were feeling pretty good about themselves.
Let's go ahead and just show the highlights now as we go to break here from the Sports Pub and Grill. We're with the defending National High School Coach of the Year, Nick Salta-Formaggio. We're back with more after we take a tour around the river parishes. Hahnville and East St. John. Let's take you to Joe Keller Memorial Stadium for highlights there, where East St. John took an early lead behind 2 touchdowns from Amani Martin. Then this nice catch from Jared Jackson, one-handed style in the end zone. East St. John led 20-7, 6:38 left in the second. But it was the Hahnville defense who made the difference in this one. You want a pick six? Here it is. Jai Knight steps in front of the Xavier Lewis pass, and he's gone. 49 yards the other way, and here comes Hahnville. They take the lead 28-26. Later, more defensive plays from Hahnville. After the strip on Lewis, the ball's on the ground, but not for long. Freddie Brown, the big defensive tackle for Hahnville, he's going to scoop, and 20 yards later, he's going to score. Hahnville hands East St. John their first district loss of the season in emphatic style, 42-26.
Still a young offensive line, and they got a good defensive line, so that's the strength of their team, and we were in the teeth, and they got ahead of the game by 2 scores, and so that's where the clock came in the building.
West St. John at home hosting East Iberville just a week after a 68-0 beatdown by the Rams over Ascension Christian. This one started out very similar. A 10-yard touchdown run from Bradley Bourne, and it's an 8-0 lead after the 2-point conversion. The Rams were on their way. Next possession, they go to the air. Jermoyne Green, a 32-yard touchdown pass to Jabari Walters, and West St. John gets another 2-point conversion, making it look easy, up 16-0. Third possession, another touchdown. This time it's Green finding who else but Morel Bartholomew, his 11th touchdown reception on the season. West St. John led 43-0 at the end of the first quarter, 66-0 at the end of the half, and go on to an 80-8 victory over East Iberville. Letcher looking to snap a 3-game losing streak at home against Tara and leading 35-0 at the half. Big plays defensively all night. Here, right at the goal line, it's big Tyler Williams with the hit. Give him a sack, but unfortunately don't give him a safety. The great field position led to another touchdown by Letcher, this time a 5-yard touchdown run from Destin Porter, and the Dogs led 41-0. Next possession, it's another touchdown. Trevor Commodale's going up top. 4-yard touchdown pass to Gavin Angalad, and the Bulldogs led 47-0. Letcher making it look easy on both sides of the ball. It's on the ground, and there's Sully Lesh, his second fumble recovery of the half. Letcher cruises to victory, winning 47-8.
Well, it's been such a long time since we had a game like this. After the first quarter, it was nice and relaxed on the sideline, but we did play well.
Destrehan looking to make it a perfect 7-0, a rare road game for the Wildcats, facing Central Lafourche. How about the scoring fun? Getting started by Destrehan, Marquise Derensburg, a beautiful catch and grab, John Williams in the end zone, and Destrehan's on its way. What a game on the ground for the Wildcats. Offensive line opening up holes. Will Matthews says thank you very much. Chews up 45 yards on this play, down to the 1-yard line. It led to a Derensburg touchdown, and the Wildcats led 14-0 at the half. Physical play all night from that Destrehan defense. How about Alan Pittman blowing up this play with the great hit in the backfield? Let's go back to that ground attack, and one more time, Will Matthews just chewing up yards. Finished the game with 201 yards rushing on 17 carries. He scored 3 touchdowns. That long run led to a 1-yard plunge. Later, he scored again, as did his backfield mate Kirk Merritt. This game in control. About the only thing missing on this night was a defensive touchdown from Destrehan. Brandon Scott takes care of that. There's your pick 6. Destrehan now 7-0, beating Central Lafourche 42-7. Riverside and Newman getting it done 2A style. They've scored 60 points 3 straight weeks. Doesn't take them long. How about one play? Brandon Sanders in style, scoring from 8 yards out. And just like that, Riverside led 7-0. How about freshman quarterback Jordan Loving? He's going to put it up in the air, 52 yards. That's Tyler Goche. He's the kicker, he's the wide receiver. And right here, he's going to be the guy that scores the go-ahead touchdown. And from there, Riverside never would look back. Very first play of the second quarter, a little razzle-dazzle. Loving flips to Herb McGee, who in turn, he's going to pass the ball. It's on the option, a perfect pass to Von Julian, who's wide open. It's a 33-yard connection. Riverside led 21-7. After a Jake Venus interception gave the ball right back to the Rebels, they would capitalize. Again, it's Sanders on the short touchdown run. Watch him barrel in just over the plane. It's a 28-7 Riverside lead, 9:19 left in the second quarter. Looking for your exclamation point? Let's fast forward to the fourth quarter, and there it is. It's those two again, Loving to Julian. 55-14 with 7:10 left in the game. That's the way this one would end. The Rebels, in a battle of undefeated teams, move to 7-0 and pick up probably a district championship along the way. What a night for the Riverside Rebels.
Yeah, it's huge. You know, Newman's a great team, two-way powerhouse. We really came out on fire, executing on all three phases of the ball.
River Parish football is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, the Buckwalder Insurance Group, the Sports Pub and Grill in Destrehan, and by Tachi Insurance.
Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood. Because we're based in Louisiana, with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Be sure to contact your East St. James Parish Farm Bureau agency at 225-869-5433. Real service, real people. The Sports Pub and Grill in Destrehan has it all. A great place to watch the game, daily drink specials, and you won't believe the food. From our fresh 10-ounce burgers, fully loaded baked potatoes, and great salads too, like taco salad and grilled chicken. Need something to rinse it down with? How about one of our refreshing daiquiris? A great atmosphere for the whole family. Just a few miles west of the airport. The Sports Pub and Grill, 3001 Ormond Boulevard in Destrehan.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Welcome back to River Parish football here at the Sports Pub in Destrehan. Nice crowd behind us alongside head coach Nick Saltaformaggio from Hahnville. I'm Eric Ritchie. And I said going to our last break, National Coach of the Year. That's a nice ring to it. A 15-0 run last year at East Jefferson, a state championship, and yes, the National Coach of the Year. Two-part question. What was that like, that ride last year, and to be the National Coach of the Year, and then in the back half of it, to move, to leave those guys and to come over here, what an emotional couple-month period it was.
Yeah, you know, as far as East Jefferson, I can't say enough great things about the school, the people in the school, and obviously our football kids. And, you know, when people, I get offended sometimes when people say, well, that was a magical run. And I'm like, magic? That was a lot of hard work, you know? But it truly was. It was magic because it was done at a place that hadn't had a lot of recent tradition of winning and then obviously winning in the state playoffs. But we knew we had some special talent, you know, Eugene Wells, Ronald Green, Edgar Jackson, Jamal Vize, Hakeem Poche, on and on and on. We knew we had some talented kids that could play. What we didn't know was how would you react when you get in the bigger games at the end of the year. And we were helped, you know, we got to play the semifinal game at Yenny. And then even a week of prepping in the Dome, going to the Dome and getting in the Dome and having the kids experience that, the stage never got too big for them. And so, you know, I don't even look at myself as a state championship coach or as a national coach of the year. I'm just a high school football coach that loves the game of high school. And so when the Hahnville job opened up, you know, it was one of those things where I knew the tradition of Hahnville, having played against them. I knew how great River Parish football was, and I just wanted to jump into that arena, because if you're a guy who loves prep football, and I mean I love prep football, you don't get in a bigger environment than River Parish football. You really don't. And you know, I know that now more than ever, because the passion for Hahnville football is unlike anything I've ever seen before in my life. So when the job came open, you know it's one of those stable jobs. It's in a great community. Lou had been there for 15 years. You know, they had won state championships before. You know you have good clay to work with, to mold, and also for me, you know, my wife, it's the community. It's an opportunity for us to move into a great community, which we're in the process of doing. So all those things added up, and there wasn't a negative at all about it, and there's still not. I mean, you know, I say all the time, my wife knows this, every morning I thank the good Lord that I get to wake up, because when you're as old as I am, that's a plus. And then the next thing I say is, you know, thank you for letting me be the head coach of Hahnville High School. Thank you so much, and I live it every day.
Well, we don't want you to go anywhere. We're about to take a commercial break. We're going to bring our friends from Thibodaux Regional Medical Center up here in just a moment. Stick around. We want to say goodbye to you before you go. It's now time for us to do our Buckwalter Insurance River Parish Player of the Week. With apologies to your defensive tackle, Fred Brown, who we left off the candidate list. All of these candidates could have been our Player of the Week, but this week we chose two, and here you go. It's time now for our candidates for the Buckwalter Insurance River Parish Player of the Week. St. James wide receiver Dante's Costly, 7 receptions, 259 yards receiving, and a pair of touchdowns in the Wildcats' 20-12 win over South Plaquemine. Riverside wide receiver / kicker Tyler Gauthier. As a wide receiver, he had 4 catches, including the go-ahead touchdown in a win against Newman. As a kicker, 7 for 7 on extra points, 2 for 2 on field goals, and all 10 of his kicks wound up in the end zone. Destrehan running back Will Matthews, 17 carries, 201 yards, 3 more touchdowns to lead Destrehan to a road win at Central Lafourche. Riverside wide receiver Von Julian, 9 catches for 193 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns, helping Riverside to a 55-14 win over Newman. Our Buckwalter Insurance River Parish Player of the Week after this. The Buckwalter Insurance Group has been servicing clients for over 20 years. Our Destrehan office, right off of River Road on Shake Snyder Lane, is here to handle all of your personal and business needs, whether it's auto, home, life, commercial, or business insurance. The Buckwalter Insurance Group is here to help you prepare a strategy to achieve your financial goals. Also with offices in Kenner and Boutique. Stop by or call to get a quote today.
Hi, I'm Dantes Costly, Buckwalter Insurance Player of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tyler Gauthier, and I'm also Buckwalter Insurance Player of the Week.
Yep, 2 winners this week, and why not? Costly had 7 catches for 259 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. That's an average of 37 yards a catch in a district win at South Plaquemine. As for Gauthier, well, how about scoring the go-ahead touchdown in the biggest game in the New Orleans area in Week 7, and as a kicker, was 2 for 2 on field goals, 7 of 7 on extra points, and on kickoffs, 10 for 10 on touchbacks, completely neutralizing Newman's return game.
Kicking the ball 60 yards into the end zone every time is really tough. And since after running the ball and scoring, I mean, you just really have to focus on what you have to do.
He's got a lot of talent. You know, his leg is extremely hot. I've had an opportunity to coach a lot of good kickers over my career. He's got to rank up there as one of the best that I've had.
I had 256 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, but it took hard work practice. It took a lot of practice in order to achieve that goal. I'm more of a speed receiver. I mostly outburn the corners and the safety. That's the only way I can get open.
Dantes Costley has been one of our big surprises, I guess, on the season. Coming into the season, we knew he had a lot of talent and a lot of ability, but he's really been able to step it up in some game situations. It kind of started that night in the Riverside game where he had the big game where he had 5 touchdown catches, and then Friday night against South Blackman, he really got us out of some big holes with some big catches. Because of what South Blackman was doing on defense, he had to win some one-on-one situations, and he did that for what we believe is a school record, 259 yards receiving.
You know, playing receiver and kicker is a difficult thing. You have to be both mentally and physically tough. Whenever I'm at wide receiver, yeah, I'm tired and all that, but I just have to focus on what I'm doing whenever I come to kick.
Realty executives, where the experts are. The best agents are the most professional and knowledgeable. The best agents are executives. Realty executives, serving New Orleans and all surrounding communities. Now with offices in Metairie, New Orleans, Mandeville, Herrero, and Destrehan. Realty executives, where the experts are.
Hi, at Tachi Insurance, we can do it all, not just life, health, and employee benefits. But now we've expanded our product portfolio to include all commercial lines of insurance. At Tachi Insurance, we can truly be your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. At Tachi Insurance, you get personalized service from Natalie
and Kelsey Tachi.
RiverParishFootball.com, the authority on high school football in the River Parishes. Game previews, features, player of the week, with video highlights, interviews, shows. We've got it covered. Click on your favorite school's logo and go to their team page. Log on and see what everyone's talking about. River Parish Football.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Welcome back to River Parish Football at the Sports Pub here in Destrehan, joined by our good friends from Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, Larry D'Antoni, Lori DuPont. Guys, first of all, thanks so much again for being with us and all that you do for River Parish Football. What's been going on? How are you guys doing over there?
Well, we're doing great. We started with the Nichols agreement that we signed with those guys to help them with their sports medicine needs, and week 7 of high school football just completed. We're rolling along, and you know, we're getting a lot of great experience with the games and the injuries, and we're just trying to keep everybody healthy.
Coach DuPont, of course, the former West St. John coach, former Vanderbilt coach. He's won 3 state championships, now in sports marketing along with Coach Rod. And what a great job you guys do to not only spread the word about safe football, Coach, but, I mean, you guys are literally ambassadors of your hospital and your sports medicine department and doing it with the passion about football.
Well, it's a great opportunity for us after retiring from coaching. But we build relationships with the schools that we're affiliated with and the coaches and also our trainers. We learn a lot there too, me and Coach Rod. Our world has never been in a training world like Larry D is, but it's a win-win situation.
Larry, what's it like to have guys like Coach DuPont and Coach Rod represent you guys in the sports marketing part of the sports medicine division?
Well, it's incredible. You know, as athletic trainers, we try not to be seen. We don't want, you know, we don't want the limelight. We don't want anyone to get hurt. You know, we don't want anybody to know about us. And when they do, it's usually not a good situation. So I know it's important for guys like Dupe and Rod to come into a school and all the coaches know them. And it helps us, it puts coaches at ease, and it helps us figure out what they want. It's been awesome working with them, and it's a mutual admiration society. I mean, I learned so much from those guys as well.
Coach DuPont, I know it's a job. You guys have a lot to do, but I know it's awesome because you get to stay around football. Take us through a day in your life when you guys got to go to so many schools, so many games, and still touch base at the hospital in Thibodaux.
Like I said before, we build relationships with the schools, with administration as well as the coaching staff, and not just football, but all the sports. And right now we're overlapping, and because you got swimming going on, cross country, and volleyball at the same time. But a normal day for us is visiting schools, having meetings with the principals and administration, and continue to build relationships and make sure everybody's happy. And it's a great situation for me and Coach Rod, because we're still around the kids. And every once in a while we tell Coach D and Coach Mayfield that we get to go watch practices, and that's great.
Thanks so much, and just thanks for your continued support for our show and River Parish football.
It's our pleasure. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric, for everything you do for Thibodeau Regional and also River Parish football.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to have you guys back on next week. It's time for us to take a break. When we return, we'll wrap up this show, and we'll get a sponsor spotlight as well. We'll talk about that and say goodbye to Coach Salta from Maggio after this timeout.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodeau Regional will help you play it safe.
Hi, I'm Will Sermon with the St. Charles St. John Parish Farm Bureau. Our mission is to provide you with unmatched customer service and attention.
Hi, my name's Robert Palmisano. We have a local network of agents for the fastest claim service possible.
Hi, I'm Andreas Hackman. We offer reliable long-term security for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Sheldon Cannon. We are a representation of our company and our community. Real service,
real people.
We are Farm Bureau.
The Sports Pub and Grill in Destrehan has it all. A great place to watch the game, daily drink specials, and you won't believe the food. From our fresh 10-ounce burgers, fully loaded baked potatoes, and great salads too, like taco salad and grilled chicken. The Sports Pub and Grill, 3001 Ormond Boulevard in Destrehan. Just about ready to wrap up River Parish football here from the Destrehan Sports Pub and Grill. You see the menu right there. They got the big 10-ounce burger, family-friendly environment, of course, with my man Brady and Jacob hanging out over here. Frank Catalano, the owner, couldn't make it back, but he wants me to let you guys know this is the great place to be. Of course, the NFL ticket, great place to watch LSU, great place to watch the Saints. We certainly come here a lot. It's one of our good friends, Will Sermon, as we shine our sponsor spotlight on Farm Bureau Insurance. Will, thanks for what you've done with our show all throughout the year. Why is it so important for Farm Bureau Insurance to be a part of River Parish football?
Well, it's our community. It's where we grew up, where we live. I'm a multi-generation sports fan. My father and his brothers played in the River Parishes. I did. My brothers, my cousins. My son plays in the River Parishes now. Plays River Parish football and soccer, and runs track. And we just feel like it was a good fit with Farm Bureau. We're an old-fashioned, old-school kind of company, and we are all sports fans, and we just wanted to be a part of your show to get the exposure and to let people know, what we're all about.
Open mic right now, Will. What do you want people to know about Farm Bureau Insurance?
Well, I think our motto kind of sums it up, real service, real people. The people that I have in my office are all people that are from the River Parishes, grew up here, went to school here. We all are big family people. We think we provide an excellent product. When you deal with us, you don't deal with a 1-800 number. You deal with Will Sermon or his assistant, or Chris Hogan, his assistant, Andreas Hackman, Robert Palmisano, Sheldon Cannon, all guys that grew up here. And we are very hands-on. We have adjusters in the office. You won't be dealing with somebody from Memphis, Tennessee when you call in a claim. You'll be dealing with us, and we take our jobs very seriously and try to provide the best customer service and support anywhere.
We end the show right where we started with head coach Nick Salta from Maggio from Hahnville. Coach, like we do with each and every one of our coaches, our good friends Debbie and Jared from Louisiana Sports Photography have something they want to give you here before we go.
Here's a little something that we put together from the pictures that we take throughout the season. It's a little something to say thank you for letting us be out there, and a little something to give back to the school.
Thank you. It is beautiful. I hope I didn't break the camera, because this is beautiful.
Coach, last question. We leave you with this. Open mic to you. What do you want people to know about Hahnville football as we move forward and getting ready for the postseason?
Well, we're a very good football team with an opportunity to play a bunch more games, and that we're a disciplined, well-organized, and, you know, a football team that's going to play hard for 48 and, of course, with our program, beyond 48 minutes. So we're looking forward to this H.L. Bourgeois week, but we're looking forward to what could be a great, great bunch of years at Hahnville High School for Hahnville football.
Well, let me just tell you, I speak for a lot of people out here. We are so glad to have another welcome addition to the River Parish football. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Time for us to say goodbye on another edition of River Parish football. For the good folks here at the Sports Club in Destrehan, for Will Sermon, for Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, and for Coach Salt, I'm Eric Ritchie. Thanks for watching River Parish football.